Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Kamen Rider build review for you. This is the DX build driver. Very cool. I'm very excited about this series. I love the look of build. I like all the different combination suits that I've seen so far. I saw the first episode of the show. So far, pretty cool. I really like it. So, very excited for this series. X8 was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. But I'm also really looking forward to build. So kind of a bittersweet feeling with saying goodbye to X8, but at least I'm excited for the new show coming in. So kind of ramping up here for build. As you can see, you get the Rabbit and Tank full bottles, since that is what is used for his main form, which is showcased here on the side of the box. And then, of course, this is the build driver here. Flipping this around to the back of the box, again, you can see the full bottles up there. Says lever gear full bottle. DX build driver. Taking a look here on the box, it just kind of shows how you pop the bottles in, spin the lever, and then spin the lever again for the final attack. And then of course you can use other bottles. Now we already have seen, or I should say I already have Gorilla Mond, because that was kind of the preview item that they released a little bit early. So towards the end of the video, I will bust those out and pop them in so we can hear the sounds, because previously couldn't really do much with them. But now we have the driver, so I'll toss that in at the end. On the side over here, you just have a picture of his arm, I guess, and the two bottles and the driver. And then over here, you have a nice body shot. Looks pretty cool. Like that a lot. And then taking a look at the bottom of the box, that's a pretty cool shot as well. I like that. So let's go ahead, get everything out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here we have the driver and the two full bottles that we get in the box. Now, of course, you do get the actual waistband, the straps to plug into the back, so I'll show off real quick. They would plug in right here and right here. I don't ever really bother with them because I don't wear the belts as an adult collector. I'm also too large to fit with the belt straps provided, unfortunately. So that's just kind of how that goes down. So I don't usually bother to take them out of the box, but it does come with belt straps and one of those plastic pieces. What you do is you clip in the one side, thread it through the plastic piece, tab them into each other, and then peg in the other side. So it does come with a waist strap. I just always leave it in the box because I never do anything with it. So first up, we'll take a look at the Rabbit full bottle. You can kind of see here the eyes right here, and then the two ears that go up. Kind of a hilarious design. This can move around just like on the Gorilla Diamond bottles. As far as I know, it doesn't do anything. I think on the show, he kind of keeps them like this, and then when he's about to use them, he snaps it into place like it's ready to go. You could just leave it snapped in place all the time. I don't see why not. So yeah, here are the pin system on the back. Like I said, very similar to the shift cars, how they have that big piece. And basically how that works is you can kind of see how it kind of creates like a channel, and that just slides in right here, which we'll get to in a moment. But it does have the QR code on the side, nothing really on the bottom, and that plastic piece in the inside that's supposed to simulate liquid. That's why it kind of has that beveled shape. You can shake it. For a second, I thought if you like unsnapped these, it made them shake more. But I think that's just in my head. I don't think that's really a thing. So there's the Rabbit full bottle. And then here is the tank, which it's kind of hard to see, but this is the large barrel of the tank kind of pointing upwards. And then you have the treads on each side, and here's the turret and the main body of the tank. So there is tank. Again, this can spin around. QR code on the side. Here are the pin system for the back. And then that, of course, rattles around in there if you shake it. So how this works, I'm going to put these off to the side for a moment so you can take a quick look at the build driver itself. You can see the crank here turns, spins this piece inside here, as well as these little cogs. Now, as far as I can tell, it doesn't matter which way. If you spin it clockwise, counterclockwise, does the same thing. You just need to spin it to get the sounds to work. There's this piece here on the side that has a little bit beveled out. I'm not sure if that'll be if that's just aesthetic or if that's going to be for something later on. But I definitely feel like you can see this cavity here on the top. Something later on is going to plug into that for like a powered up mode or something like that, maybe towards the middle of the show or the end. That's going to be for something there. I can guarantee you can see something right there is going to plug into that. It does take 3 AAA batteries, which go in this compartment right here. Here's the on and off switch. Again, this is where the waist band plugs in on the sides. You get your big LED here, and that's pretty much it for the driver on its own. We'll go ahead and turn it on. So there you go. Now if you spin it with no bottles in, does nothing. So if you go ahead and drop in one of the bottles, it'll say rabbit. Now if you spin it at this point with just one bottle in, so you get really nice bright LED colors there. If you spin it again, so it says full tank attack, and basically one bottle on its own makes the same noises as any combination that is not a best match. And you could take this out, whoops, drop it in the other side. It doesn't matter. It's not like this side has to be the biological and this side has to be, you know, the man-made object. As far as I can tell, I do not think it matters. So take that out, and we'll go ahead and do the combination that you want to see. Now the light will pulsate between the two colors, and it waits for you to crank it. Also, as far as I can tell, there's no set amount you have to crank it. So So when it's a best match, it says full tank finish instead of full tank attack. So that's interesting to note as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it if you crank it again at this point. So it just does it again if you spin it again. But I wanted to take these out and just show you if I do it in the opposite way. I also really like the way these slide in and out very easily. So as you can see, it doesn't matter which side is which. I thought this side had to be the biological side, but it apparently doesn't matter at all. Alright, so as I promised, let's go ahead and check out Gorilla Diamond. You can see the nice brown LED there, kind of a tan. It almost sounds to me like he says Gorillamon, like it's a Digimon. So the sounds are not a ton different as far as the finishing sound goes. Still says full tank finish. I think the noises it makes after it says full tank finish are a little different, but I don't think enough to really be that excited. In any case, I also wanted to show, just out of curiosity, if you use one that's not a best match. So again, it just says full tank attack, just like if you only had one in there. Also, just again to show off, if you were to use two biological ones, so again, it's just the same sound for not a best match. I kind of wish there was some kind of like error sound, like it knew if you did two biological or two non-biological, and it would say something like, hey, you need one of each. But alas, it just kind of does. Basically, it's best match or bust. If you don't have a best match, you're getting full tank attack. If you do have a best match, you're getting full tank finish. But it is satisfying to hear it like shout out the names of the bottles. As stupid as it sounds, I also kind of really appreciate that you can turn this without it hitting. Like, you can sit this on a surface and turn this without the crank hitting the surface. So at its lowest point, it's down here and it can still perfectly clear. Alright, well, I'm just repeating these sounds over and over again. So that's pretty much it for the two different combos. So I think the build driver is pretty fun. I mean, anytime you have a driver on its own, there's not a whole lot it can do until you get more things for it. It was the same with the Gamer driver last year. If you just had the Gamer driver and the Mighty Action X Gashat, there's only so many sounds you could get out of it. It's kind of nice that right off the bat we have the Gorillamon set as well, so you can kind of play around with those. But But yeah, I think overall it's a lot of fun. It's really satisfying dropping him in and hearing it shout out the name of the bottle. I look forward to, doing that with all the new bottles that I get. As far as the rest of it goes, you pretty much delegate it to two sounds. It's either going to say best match and then go through. And then I guess there is kind of a nice where it says the form name. So you get best match, the form name, and then you get full tank finish. Otherwise, if it's not a best match, it just says, are you ready? And then it says full tank attack. So it's a decent amount of sounds at first. Like I said, there definitely looks like there's going to be things that you're going to attach to this to build it up over time for forms we're going to see later on down the road. As kind of is the case always with, drivers. We've seen it with the Sengoku driver. We've seen it with the Gamer driver. There's always like extra things to kind of build on top and add to the side and, get crazy as the series progresses. So on its own, not a ton to do right now, but I still think it's fun, and there's just so much potential because there's going to be so many full bottles throughout the rest of this series. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we have in store. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at the DX build driver from Kamen Rider Build. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.